Welcome to an Xcode tutorial. Today we will be making a temperature converter app. We will start by creating a new Xcode project. We'll be using a single view application which is to be created. And we'll enter a product name. For our example, it will be called temperature converter. We'll be using core data. Save it in a place where you'll remember it. On our general settings, we make sure that all settings are correctly displayed for your preference. We'll start by using our file story area, which is on the left hand side of the screen. On the right hand side, we will find our attributes and controls screen from which we will be able to create our application. We can use the button in the top right hand corner, to control all of the menus in which we are able to use. We will start work with the main storyboard, however we'll use View Controller M and View Controller H. We are now working in main.storyboard. First we will need to create the user interface or UI. We can do this simply by creating the application using various buttons, labels, and screens. We can drag out the dimensions to anything we want, and we can place it anywhere on the screen. For our sake, it will be called temperature converter. This will be used as our title for our application. I think it's best that we center it personally. Oh, that hasn't worked, hold on. There we go. We'll be using one slider, which we can drag out to size. This is what the person will use to select which temperature they're trying to convert. We'll be using 4 labels in total. This one will be known as Fahrenheit, We'll increase the font, and we'll have another label set at 30. Our third label will be known as Celsius, and once again we will increase the font. We can use the helpful guidelines to help center objects. This particular label will be 0. Since the break, all I have done on my user interface is add an image and change the background color, which will be described in my next video and also in the description box. Now working in viewcontroller.h. We will be using a split board which can be accessed through the top right hand panel of the fourth button. We want to switch to viewcontroller.h. In viewcontroller.h we use this to name all of our items, our inputs and outputs, so that we will be able to program using them later. We'll start by naming our slider, which hasn't quite worked at the moment. Okay, take 2. So we drag it and we place it just underneath there, in between the second master line of code and the at end. This box here will allow us to create the control and outlet. We just need to enter a name, which will be label Fahrenheit, and hit connect. You can see it has already created a line of code for us, and we do not have to remember and put this manually. My IST teacher refers to doing this as washing your clothes on a rock instead of putting it in the washing machine. Here we'll do it again with our slider. Oh, sorry about that, lads. Come on. There we go. Darn it. And the last one will be called LBL Celsius. Connect. Alright, as we can see on the left hand side to the text, there has been 3 grey boxes that have, 3 filled in circles that have appeared. These simply mean that these are not connected at the moment to anything. Those will change at a later date within the coding process. Just tidy up a bit. Now we're working in viewcontroller.m. Here we'll be adding all of our process coding, so what we need the app to actually do. Luckily, we have all the code already available to us. Thank you to Matthew Wells. We'll put a link in the description to the coding. What we'll now do is just simply import what we have already been given in the coding, just making sure that our labels and sliders are named correctly as described in the code, or if not, having to change the code to what we have named them. For example, I have misspelled Celsius and Fahrenheit, so that will need to be changed. As you can see, we have error messages which need to be addressed before the app can be finished. Luckily, Xcode gives us ways on how to fix it without sparing errors. And that's basically it. Now you will have a fully functioning Xcode app which we can now utilize building the application. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.